Examples on diffraction of water waves. Number 1. Part A. After the wave passes through the obstacle, the wavefront becomes since the water is of uniform depth, therefore the wavelength of the water wave remain the same Part B. This phenomenon is called diffraction. For Part C, if the frequency of the wave increases, that means the wavelength of the wave will decrease. For smaller wavelength of the wave, the diffraction will be less significant. Question number 2. When the wavelength is small, the diffraction is less significant. Therefore, after the wave passes through the obstacles, it will, in this form, in another case, since the wavelength is long, therefore the diffraction is more significant. When the wave passes through, it will become a diffraction pattern. Number 3. Part A. When the water wave passes through the slit, the frequency remains unchanged. Since the speed decreases, the wavelength will also decrease. Part B. When the water wave passes through the slit, diffraction occurs. Therefore, we have a diffracted wave with smaller wavelength. Part C. In order to increase the degree of diffraction, we can increase the wavelength of the wave by decreasing the frequency of the vibrator. Number 4. In Figure A, since the incident wave has short wavelength, therefore the diffractions around the corner is small. In Figure B, since the wavelength of the wave is longer, therefore it shows much greater diffraction when passed through the corner. Hence, Figure B will cause more severe damage to the boat. Number 5. Part A. By increase the depth of water in the tank, the speed of the water wave will increase. Hence, the wavelength of the water wave will increase, and this will increase the degree of bending or the degree of diffraction. Therefore, this works. For part B, if we increase the frequency of the vibrating source, the wavelength of the water wave will decrease. Therefore, the degree of bending will in fact decrease. Therefore, increase the frequency of the vibrating source cannot increase the degree of deflection or bending. In part C, if we increase the width of the gap, the deflection will be less significant. Therefore, this cannot increase the degree of bending. As a result, part C doesn't work.